So I'm sitting in the freezer room, the laundry room, and now if you can see behind me, my bead room. I brought in a bookshelf to put all my bead stuff on. I have a card table here if I want to do beading during the power outages. I found this was the room with the most amount of light, the longest in the day. So it opened up this whole new world of everything now being available. So that's what I'm most excited about. But I'm here to talk about freezers. Anyway, I digress. I have two freezers here. I have the small chest freezer. I think it's a 5 cubic foot freezer, and I have the freezer on the top of my refrigerator. And my refrigerator freezer is pretty small because my refrigerator is pretty small. It's like an apartment size refrigerator because kitchen is limited in space. So I've been doing quite a bit of cooking these last few weeks, especially with all the produce I've been getting in, and I want to kind of just get set up for winter a little bit. I like to make my own food. I'll make a full size something, then eat it for a day or two, then take it apart and put it in pieces in containers in the freezer, and then eat it when I feel like it. I'll take out a container, warm up the oven, and put it in. I also like to freeze things I've prepped, like grated carrots, or grated zucchini, or onions and things like that. And I have a lot of produce in the freezer too. So I had to decide what exactly I was using each freezer for and which would be the best use of freezer, because I found myself bypassing the refrigerator freezer and just going straight to the big freezer all the time, opening, closing, opening, closing. So I rearranged my freezers. The big freezer, the one you've seen before, is now just going to be for long-term storage if I get bulk items or whatever. And the freezer in the refrigerator is going to be for my containers of food, my little meal containers, and items that I have processed myself, like carrots or plums from the tree, or other things that I can use in smoothies or in baking or whatever. So I'm going to show you what my refrigerator freezer looks like now, and I'm very happy with it. All my short-term items are in there, so now when I need or want something for baking or for dinner, I can get it right out of there instead of continually opening and closing the bigger freezer. So let's go check this out. My refrigerator is small. It's kind of an apartment size refrigerator, which suits my kitchen, which is small. But my freezer is actually pretty big, and I'll show you what's going on in there. I've rearranged things to just make things work better for my life here. So I think I'm going to start at the door. Here at the door, I have some cheese. It's like my dairy, my small dairy. I have some spreadable cheese, some feta, this Land O'Lakes, cinnamon sugar, butter, and some of this vegan butter. And down at the bottom, I have some of those onions that I cut up and froze. The idea here is to just take things that are small and that I need to use up and that I can use up and put them in the kitchen instead of the big freezer where I'm continually digging through everything. So here I have, the top shelf has like pretty much ready to eat food. So I have some hash browns and fish sticks. I have my pear applesauce, which I can throw in the crock pot. It is so good when it's warm. I have some burritos and another grocery outlet find. These vegetable pot stickers. More burritos. Here I have some of my home cooked. I have this, whoops, upside down. Pasta with veggies I made and cheese. I have 2 boxes of that. I put that in the oven, warm it up when I'm ready. It'll defrost and warm up at the same time. And this is stuffing. I made stuffing with vegetables in it. I got some cranberry sauce for it, so I just put whatever I didn't eat in the freezer. I have a couple boxes full. I'll make everything full size and then divide it up like this. It works out really well. I also have a secret stash of those 2 pumpkin muffins that Life with Patty made me, that I got at that YouTube Creators Meetup, and those wonderful almonds from the farm, from the ranch. So those are back here too. Everything here is pretty much ready to eat. It just needs to be warmed up. Down at the bottom, I have items that have been in the freezer a little while and need to be used up, or I just need to use them up. I have some grated carrots. I have some cheese here, grated cheese that I need to use up, and I'll use for the next piece. I have some cranberries. I have some frozen plums from my tree. And in there I also have some frozen blueberries and a couple other things like that. I also have extra walnuts that I use in oatmeal and yogurt and baking sometimes. So I think this is going to work out good. I think it's going to work out fine. It just seems to be a more practical solution to how I use my house, how I process food, how I eat, how I cook. Now my question to you is, do you have any sort of process for using your freezer, your refrigerator freezer, your chest freezer, or whatever sort of freezer you have? Is it just kind of random, like I've been doing my whole life until about half an hour ago? Or do you have a process too for what goes into the refrigerator, freezer, and what goes into the long-term bigger freezer? I want to hear it. I'm a work in process, a work in progress. I'm never quite sure how that goes. And any suggestions I hear are good suggestions, because it just helps me move forward, and maybe some of the other viewers can move forward too. So that's where I'm at right now with food storage, frozen food storage, and interested in your thoughts. And thank you so much for watching.